Hi, and welcome to PG69's channel. I'm going to be going over a concealed gun carry system thing I've been using lately that I thought you guys might be interested in. I'm not the first person to think of this. Probably not going to be the last, so there's several other videos out there for other people who do this. I've never seen one set up quite the way I do mine, so figured why not add it to the mix. This is a Wilson tennis racket case. Before we dig into it, I want to sell you on the case first. And you might say, well, Blackhawk makes a similar thing, blah 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 blah. The Blackhawk one or any of the others, the tactical gun cases are, you know, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, are at least 6 inches longer. I was going to show you, but we're running out of frame apparently. They're at least 6 inches longer, some of them are even longer than that. They look like gun cases, at least I think they do. This, someone might think it's odd that someone who looks like I do would have a tennis racket case, because I don't fucking look like I play tennis. Other than that, and they'd also probably think it's odd because the case is a little bulgy, but maybe I got shorts or something in there, who knows. I've carried this in and out of hotels and shit. No one's ever said a fucking thing. But selling you on this over the Blackhawk cases, the Blackhawk cases are like $100 or more. Maybe not the Blackhawk in particular, but other cases of this style are ranging. I think the cheapest one is probably the Blackhawk, and I think it's actually a little bit less than 100. This case was $20 on Amazon, and it's perfect. Will it last forever? No, probably not. If you use it day in, day out, it's not going to hold up. I can tell you that right now. It'd probably last about a couple of years, and then it'd break on you, I would guess. Just from where I'm seeing already. Well, let's dig into this thing. Table's dirty. So, okay. Mags. I actually plan on adding probably one more mag to this. But there's 3 extra mags there. And that started out because I wanted one to go in the gun, and then I kept finding reasons to add mags. In this, it's just a hat and earplugs. These are Peltors. I'm trying those out. I hope I like them because I actually just ordered some more of these to put into kits and shit. I'm tired of having to use disposable foam earplugs, and that's a stopgap measure basically until I find something better. Next, flashlight. This is a Phoenix I've had forever. I hear people say don't trust these lights on guns. I think as long as you don't train with the thing on there, you're fine. Okay, for me this is an emergency use sort of light. If it ever has shots fired on it, it'll be at somebody. And in that sense, I think this light is perfectly acceptable. I have a couple of Surefires and Stream lights and shit like that, and they're great lights. I just don't need to buy another right now. So this light that I've had for fucking 10 years is gonna suffice. Man, it has almost been 10 years too. I just realized that. The gun is the Arsenal SLR 107. I pulled my vert grip off the other day because I'm actually touching up the finish on it a little bit. I forgot to black the top edge and it was just bugging me. So for now it's got this thing on there until I finish that, whenever that happens. The only issue with this handguard is that when you grip an AK like this, you tend to touch the Ultimac. The Ultimac gets hot. That's a downside. And there's actually a pair of gloves that goes in this too, and I pulled those out yesterday. I forgot about that. So there's a pair of mechanics gloves that usually go in here too. The AK is set up to be in this bag. If you notice, the brake has been swapped out. That's a CNC Warrior brake. It's like 50 bucks. It shaves, you know, about yay off the end of that thing. And as you can tell, it's kind of a tight fit. So losing the 1.5 inches off the end of it really helps, I think. RS Regulate flashlight mount for the flashlight. That's why I like this stupid old CAA makes them now, but I think this one is a TAI, whoever the fuck that is. I bought it as Israeli military surplus, so I really have no fucking clue. I bought that when I bought the light. So, US Palm Battle Grip. Just in general, pretty sweet AK. The sling on this, I'm actually probably going to swap out for an East German here pretty soon. I'm going to put this on a different AK because I think it'll look better on it. But, so that's the gun. The next big portion of this is the rig. We'll get to that in a second. But I wanted a knife to put in there, and I got this one for fucking $10 at a pawn shop here in town. It's a Cold Steel XL Voyager Tanto. Anything you'd want to use a knife for, the XL Tanto excels at. I mean, if you had to use this defensively, there's a lot of fucking reach there if you cup it like that. If you needed to use it for like light survival tasks, you could use it for that. Yet it fits in a pocket so you don't have to have it on the fucking rig. All sorts of benefits. And for the rig, it's a Chinese 3-cell. If you've never run one of these, they're the gold standard of AK rigs, in my opinion. You're not carrying so much ammo that, you know, it gets to be a pain in the ass. But yet you've got enough. I mean, between that, the mag in the gun, and the few extra mags I've got, which I keep in the bag, it's kind of a refill for the rig, I guess. But hell, just the ones on the rig are more than enough ammo to deal with anything you'd ever need to deal with. Unless, you know, the zombie apocalypse happens, and that's what the extra mags are for. Got a pocket baton. I don't know why, but I bought this to carry, and I just didn't like it. So it now lives in the rig for whatever use it might have. Other shit. There's a magnesium bar in there. All the rest of these little pockets are loaded with med equipment. There's a Israeli bandage in this one. I'll have to break some of these out. Proof. Israeli bandage. There's some quick clot in this far small pouch. Quick clot and a SWAT T tourniquet and some other stuff in that one. I think there's some gloves in this too. And basically this is like an IFAK sort of like boo-boo kit thing, like band-aids, pencil, fucking Advil, what are those called, safety pins, anything and everything you might need. It's what was left of the med kit, essentially. Now, we'll get to this in a second. There's a key modification you need to make to these rigs, and that's you need a plastic buckle and you need some tape. I set up this one a long time ago, and this is actually like fucking grip tape, like you put on a fucking hockey stick. It works. On the ones I'm doing now, I'm actually using duct tape like this, and I like the high visibility shit. I debated whether to use that or, you know, OD green, and I ended up deciding on the high vis for the clips and the tourniquet, because that way it's easy to see. And honestly, if you're running this shit's gone really bad and you don't need to worry about a piece of green tape, at least in my opinion. This is a cat tourniquet. It's not the best tourniquet in the world, but it's okay. The issue with these is you can't train with them. The spindle is only good for maybe 5 or 6 uses, so just know that. It's basically a light duty tourniquet. Okay, and not to say it doesn't like work or whatever, but if you use that repeatedly and you train to apply the tourniquet and shit like that with it, you're going to break a spindle. The Naval Special Warfare whatever version of this has a metal spindle, doesn't do that. So buy one of those if you can, but the cats are cheap, and if it were me, I would buy a bunch of cats and one of the Naval Special Warfare ones. That way you could train with the metal one. It's basically the same exact tourniquet. A little different, but pretty much the same. Pardon me a second. I'm having like allergies or something. I don't know what's going on. Same typical bullshit. I seem to always need to blow my nose while I'm on fucking camera. Anyway, you might be saying, well, the glaring omission from this kit is pistol. I'm assuming you have something like this on you already, if not something more. It's the G26 and an ankle rig. But that's my car kit, travel out of town kit sort of thing. Like, we're gonna check into a hotel room. What do you bring? I bring an AK, and some people might go, well, what if you had to shoot that in the hotel room? Well, that's not really my theory on it. I'm worried about the road in between the house and the hotel room, you know. In the hotel room, you're probably not going to need this shit. I mean, it's loaded and at the ready and whatever, but if someone kicks down your door in the hotel room, you can always use your handgun. Hope somebody found this useful. I think it's a pretty cool idea for a little kit, and all this is pretty cheap. The gun is expensive, the mags are a little expensive, the med supplies are a little expensive, but as far as like the rig and the bag, this rig is like 20 bucks tops, maybe 25. Same thing on the bag, so you're not out a whole lot on that. The other shit I don't want to compromise on, you may look that I'm running Tapco mags and wonder about that. I actually really like these. They're the slab side Tapcos. I had one I got for free with my DDI AK, and I fell in love with it. I always liked loading the Tapco mags because they don't have metal feed lips. They're an all polymer mag, so they're easy to load, and I never really had any issues with them breaking on me. Unless you ran them pretty damn hard. If you ran them hard, you can break them pretty easily. Like if you body slam that mag into the ground while it's on the gun, you're gonna break it. Don't do that. That's why you carry more than one magazine too. But all the issues I had with Tapco mags were the big ass checkering crap that they put all over the mag, and the giant bottom on the mag, and the fact that they looked like shit. So they fixed all of that, and I've yet to break one of these, so I'm gonna keep running them. I like polymer magazines. I don't like steel magazines. I will run steel magazines if I have to, but I have 20 or so steel AK mags that are basically, if the mag ban got passed tomorrow, I would be set, because polymer mags are gonna wear out. Those metal AK mags, you're going to be in business from now to the end of the fucking century. They don't wear out. The spring may if you cycle them enough times, but I've never even seen that happen. Anyway. So, some side notes there for you. That's about it for this. Be sure to check out used sporting goods stores. That's where I've heard some people get these cheaper. But honestly, for 20 bucks on Amazon, I'd buy a new one. And color-wise, they have black, blue, and red. I like the blue because it looks nice and nerdy, non-threatening. Okay, it doesn't look like there's a fucking gun in it for sure. The black and red ones and shit, especially like the red one with the black letters, I think looks a bit more tactical, whatever. Maybe that's just me. If I could say a few more times, it'd probably help. Be sure to look on eBay to get Chinese rigs. That's the best place to get them, and be sure to check out your local pawn shops and shit for accessories. You never know what you're gonna find in there. I score deals all the time in places like that for little bits and bobs. Oh, and for anyone wondering, the T1 Micro, I really love. It's a great site. Oh, sorry, I was about to sneeze. Like, seriously, the allergies are bad out here this year. I don't know why. Anyway, check out the rest of my channel. Be sure to comment, subscribe, like the video, do whatever the fuck it is you're going to do, and see you guys later.